What's up? How you doing? David Lamro here. In this video, I'm going to share with you the 4 different levels of value in the marketplace. And if you stick with me all the way to the end, I'm going to share with you a way that you can move yourself up the levels of value, and that will allow you to bring more impact to the world and bring in more income for yourself and your family. So let me ask you this quick question. Do you struggle with your current job? Are you looking for a better way to make income? Are you also tired of how little time that you have? Well, if those are some of the things that you struggle with, then you need to watch this video. All right, I'm going to share with you these 4 levels of value, and knowing the playing field is half the battle. All right, if you don't even know that there's a possibility of any other option out there, then you're never going to be able to really stretch yourself to want to go for those other levels of value, right? And at some point, and this is, I don't know if you're like me or not, but there was just like an inkling inside, like a pain, there's got to be a better way to make money. And on the outside, I'm doing my best. This is a couple of years ago, but on the outside, I was just doing my best just to provide for my family and really just act like I got it all together. But on the inside, I'm like, man, I gotta change something. I know there's a better way to make money out there. So if that's you, then you're gonna want to hop on my, follow me on my channel, follow me on my podcast, listen to my business automation podcast, because it can actually help you to free up your time and create more quality life for yourself and for your family. All right. I don't know about you, but I don't want to miss out on my big kids moments. And so that's what my journey is all about. And it's also about helping you to find that for yourself and your family as well too. Okay. So let's go ahead and dive into the 4 different levels of value. Here's the playing field. Okay. Number 1 is implementation. This is basically way down the idea stream where a business idea is started and now they need people to implement it. The manual labor, right? Let's take a lawn business, for example. The guy who created, the idea for to go and mow everybody's lawns in his area, right? He may not be the guy, he probably isn't. He's probably not the guy that's actually mowing the lawns. He might have been that in the beginning to get it started, but as it grew, he needed some people to help him implement that idea, that business idea. So way down the stream of the 4 different levels of value is implementation. It's the manual labor. It's the hard work. Something about this area, and I had been doing this kind of work, of income, of adding value to the marketplace for a long time. And I don't know if you're like me or not, but I got to a point in my life where I was like, man, I've got to find a better way to make money. I'm tired of making money with my body, with my muscles, because I can only do that for so long. And I've got to find a way to make money with my mind, right? It's funny. I laugh because I sometimes kind of clumsy on the job site, and so I've hurt myself doing some of those manual labor jobs, and so it just ends up not being very good for my health, and so. That just goes back to, I can't keep this kind of work up for forever, right? So this kind of work is the hardest kind of work, but it's also the lowest pay. Now, this kind of work will pay you anywhere between $25,000 a year up to $60,000 a year, and it depends upon, like, if you're an electrician, if you're like a master electrician, or maybe a journeyman, you can make anywhere from like $60,000 to $80,000 a year, and then at that point, you may have already moved yourself up to the next level of value, which is called unification. Unification is like the management skills. All right, this is where you're managing a team. You're not necessarily the person doing the manual labor, but you are at least helping to manage the people, to share the ideas, to say, this is what I'm getting from up above, and this is what we're going to do. This is what they want us to do. Okay, so this step right here requires a little bit more of your mind power. It requires a little bit more of your management skills, of your communication skills, of your leadership skills. And so it's not as hard physically, but it does actually pay a little bit more. So that's something that, as you maybe do a manual labor job for a while, you can probably move up to if you want to stick around in your company. Okay, it will help to move you up in the pay level. And that way you'll also do a little bit less manual labor as well too. All right. Number 3, communication. So communication, this is where you are using your mouth a whole lot more. And this is like salesman jobs. Okay. Where it's a very prestigious line of work. Salesmen actually make the world go round. Entrepreneurs make the world go round without entrepreneurs and salesmen, then we wouldn't really have a lot of the things that we have these days, right? I don't know why some people think that's like an icky word or anything, but or an icky profession, but maybe there are just some people out there that do it wrong, and there definitely are. But salesmen, they just find problems and they know how to solve them with a product or a service. Okay, and all that salesman really is, communication, right? Is just the transference of belief from one person to another. And so, in every conversation, really, one person is walking away believing something that they didn't believe before, and the other person is walking away he walks away with the sense that he actually, with the accomplishment that he made the other person believe what he wanted him to believe. Okay, I hope he didn't lose you. Anyways, so that's number 3, communication, selling. Right, this is much less manual labor, unless if you're doing like the door-to-door selling. That can be kind of hard, especially out in the hot summer. But it also pays a lot more. Okay, this is your commission type work. All right. Now, the last tier, the highest tier, is called imagination. This is where businesses start. This is where you actually get paid based off of your imagination, the things that you create, the products that solve the problems in the marketplace. Now, I hate this saying. Whenever you're on the bottom tier, and you may know what I'm talking about, you've probably heard this before, but you're the manual labor guy. And how many of you have been there? I've been there, where you're doing the manual labor, but they tell you to do something, and then you're like, does that make sense? There's got to be a smarter way to do it. And then they're like, you don't get paid to think, you just get paid to work, or you just get paid to do what we tell you to. I'm like, so dumb. I feel like it's keeping me down. Okay. And at that point, I'm usually like, well, maybe I should get paid more because I'm the one actually thinking, right? Are you like that? Do we connect on that level? Hopefully we do, because we need to stick together, and we need to be able to help each other to make more money and impact more people in this world. But the imagination, okay, this is where you get paid based off of your mind, creating things, and this area has an unlimited income potential. Just think about Uber, okay? Those guys sold their business for like billions. Was it billions or millions? Anyways, one of those terms, one of those amounts of money, and they're set up for life, all right? So, and you can just kind of imagine that that's going to be a level about, across the playing field. Whenever you are the guy that creates an idea, and then if that idea is sold, or if it helps people all over the world, it's going to pay a lot of money. So it just kind of goes back to like what the good book says. If you want to impact more, find a way to service the many, and it can impact a lot more people, and it'll help you to change your life as well too. So if you solve other people's problems, then your problems usually go away. So this is the 4 levels of value. So let's do a quick recap. Number 1, the lowest level is implementation, the manual labor. Number 2 is unification, or management skills. Number 3 is communication, which is like the selling art. Okay. And number 4, the highest level, is imagination, or creativity, or invention. All right. And if you're somebody that is looking to move from, let's say, manual labor or the unification, if you're not happy with where you're at in life, then I want to invite you to move from one step to the next. If you're looking to create more time freedom for yourself, or just create more control over your finances, then go get your free copy of the 5 Side Hustles PDF that can show you how to start making more money from home. And on the next page, you're actually going to be given an offer where you can learn how to create business automation. Okay, so go pick up your free copy of that PDF at 5sidehustles.com and start checking it out. Start finding out how you can take more control over your life and get away from just not really doing what you want to do. Are you sick and tired of where you're at in your job? If that's you, then you need to go to 5sidehustles.com and start taking a look at what we got to offer, and maybe we can help you to actually take control of your life, your finances, and get you more time, money, and freedom. So thanks for listening to this. Hope that this helped you. And if it did, be sure and drop some comments. Be sure and leave me some questions, some feedback, and I look forward to talking with you soon on the next video. Thanks. Bye for now.